Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Chosen Being. Today's topic is deep and real. 7 signs she's a woman sent by God. This isn't about finding a perfect woman. It's about recognizing a woman who carries divine purpose. Not because she's flawless, but because she's been refined by life, by faith, and by pain. A woman who's been through enough to love, from a place of wisdom, not fantasy. Let's talk about the signs. Real signs, backed by real life. Sign 1. She's been through storms, but stands in peace. A woman sent by God usually hasn't had an easy life. She's known pain, she's been broken. But the most powerful thing, she's not bitter. I remember meeting someone who had been through years of emotional abuse in a marriage. She stayed silent for too long, afraid of judgment. One day, she left everything behind, no job, no support, just a deep inner knowing. This is not what God wants for me. It wasn't a dramatic movie scene. It was quiet, painful, terrifying. But she survived. And when she talks about it now, she's calm. She's not angry. She just says, "That taught me how to respect myself." That's what God-forged strength looks like. Sign 2. She doesn't need you. She chooses you. She doesn't want someone to fix her. She's already done the healing work. Her happiness isn't dependent on anyone else. That's powerful. You'll see this in how she lives. She has her goals, her peace, her sense of identity. She doesn't play games. If she's with you, it's by choice, not fear of being alone. One of my closest friends once said, "I love my partner, but I don't need him to breathe." That kind of woman is rooted. And when you're with someone like that, you realize true love isn't about need. It's about partnership. Sign 3. She'll call you out with love. A God-sent woman won't sugarcoat things to keep peace. If something's wrong, she'll say it, but not to shame you, to wake you. I was once going through a phase where I was blaming everyone for my problems, my family, my job, even my health. One day, a woman I respected said, "When are you going to stop giving your power away?" It stung, but I needed it. That one question shifted my perspective. This kind of woman speaks truth, even when it's hard. She challenges you to grow, and she'll walk with you while you do it. Sign 4. She has quiet strength. You won't always notice her in a room full of noise, but somehow you feel her. She's not trying to impress. Her strength is silent, but steady. She doesn't post for attention. She doesn't try to prove anything. Her confidence isn't loud. It's in her eyes, her voice, her boundaries. There was a woman in my workplace once, never loud, never dramatic. But if she was in a meeting, people listened. She had grace. She didn't push her way into leadership. People just naturally followed her. That's the power of grounded presence. Sin 5. She honors her spiritual path. She might not preach. She may never quote a verse, but her life reflects faith. You see it in how she reacts to pain, how she handles people, how she stays calm in chaos. She's not religious for show. She lives her values. I knew a woman who lost her father during the pandemic. She grieved deeply, but still cooked meals for neighbors who were sick. I asked her how she found the strength. She said, "God didn't stop the pain, but He stayed with me in it. That's enough." Her spiritual maturity came not from talking, but living it daily. Sin 6. She protects her energy. A woman sent by God won't stay where her peace is constantly disturbed. She's learned to walk away from chaos, not out of anger, but self-respect. She has boundaries, not walls, but healthy fences. You'll notice she doesn't gossip. She avoids toxic circles. She spends time in nature, or alone, not because she's antisocial, but because she knows how to reset her soul. I once watched a woman excuse herself from a party where people were mocking someone. She didn't argue, didn't make a scene. She simply smiled and left. Later she said, "That energy didn't feel good." That's wisdom. That's discernment. Sin 7. She inspires growth, not just attraction. Her beauty isn't just in how she looks. It's in how you feel around her. She'll make you want to heal, to be better, to rise higher. Not by demanding it, but by being it. This kind of woman can see your wounds and still see your potential. She reminds you that you are not your past. She doesn't try to fix you. She simply loves you in a way that makes you want to fix yourself. We've seen men who were lost find purpose after meeting a woman like this, not because she saved them, but because she believed in their potential before they did. Final thoughts: if you've met a woman like this, don't take her for granted. God doesn't send these souls to everyone. She's not perfect, but she's intentional, purposeful, and divinely placed. And if you are this woman, keep shining. You're rare, you're needed. And even if no one notices right now, heaven does. Thank you for listening. If this message touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Chosen Being. Let's continue growing together.